The past, I'm gonna say, couple of weeks, my goats have been having what I call bloat, but then by the morning, the bloat is completely gone. A couple of weeks ago when this started happening, I called my farrier and I got her out here to say, what is going on with this? Because it's cheaper to call the farrier than it is to call the vet. And usually the farrier is like really educated when it comes to animals and so forth. So I got her out here and we wormed the goats. She believed that the problem was I had just gotten hay and the hay was freshly cut. So she believes that they have hay bloat from having fresh hay. But it's been a couple of weeks and it's still happening. Now, obviously they're still eating that hay, but I just feel concerned. The other day when my vet was here speaking to the class in regards to sheep and goats, he had Ruger, and he checked Ruger and he said, Judy, you need to worm Ruger. And I had just wormed him, so I was like, what is the deal? Well, anytime you worm, you need, like 10 days later, you need to follow up with the wormer again. And so I did that, and he still has the bloat. So I called the farrier back out here, and she's coming this morning. She did tell me that she thought it was from the fresh hay, and she began to tell me, she said, Judy, it's not a concern when you wake up in the morning and there's no bloat. So, but I feel concerned. She's supposed to be here at 9 o'clock this morning to look and assess the situation. Sometimes, okay, not sometimes, all the time, when it's time for me to worm the animals, it's hard to do it with one person. It generally takes one person holding them and the other person administering the medicine. Lately, Shane has been sawing wood every time he comes home from work. So he hasn't had a chance to help me. So that's why I call the farrier. I also call her because she's more educated with the dosing and so forth, and she recommends what to use because you have to alternate the wormer. So I like to get her professional opinion. I just let the chickens out and they're running. I like to get her professional opinion. She comes every 5 to 6 weeks to trim the hoofs. So she just does my goats, but I have another farrier that does everything else. Normally I let them out at this time when I'm letting the chickens out, but because I'm fixing to worm the alpacas and the goats, I'm gonna leave them in the barn. So right now I'm going into the run to let the rescue ducks out. 2 of the rescues have gotten so strong that they free range every day. And 2 of them still stay here in the run. I never thought that Wallace would ever be able to free range. Wallace is my duck that was ran over by a teenager, left for dead in the middle of the road, and she's missing part of her beak. And Gigi was rescued at a local lake. She was dumped off at a neighborhood lake, and her and Wallace are best friends. So I'm gonna I call this my big coop, and I'm gonna go inside this coop and let the animals out. This is where the baby chicks live with their mama as well. And I'm gonna let them out. You hear it's really loud in here. My favorite part is watching them come out of the coop. It's really, you guys will get to see it as they rush out of the coop, ready to go play today. Usually if I'm standing there, they won't just come rushing out. But I wanted you guys to see them come out of the coop. I'll stand back here and let them come out so you guys can see them. It's a lot of chickens and turkeys and ducks. So the mama still has her babies over here in the run. Here they come. I don't know if you can see the babies, but they're starting to come out. It is a little chilly today, so I'm assuming that Mama will probably keep them up under her wing. The chick feed that I use is Kalmbach. If you notice, there is no powder at all in the feed. It is one of my favorite products that they make, but it's completely, I don't know how they do it. You know, it's grounded up because it's for baby chicks, but there's no powder. So you get 50 pounds of nothing but pellets that are grounded up. As you see, my big chickens like it as well. I normally don't feed them that, but because it's out here for the baby chicks that are over there that's going to the principal for being on the other side of the fence, I keep it out for them. So naturally, what happens is the big chickens enjoy it as well. This is my favorite chicken. I love Tolbert Polish and I love the frizzles, and I think she's so beautiful. Yesterday I put these guys, these have been in the brooder in my garage, and yesterday I put them here in the coop, and I've got to coach them to go outside to get food and water. You see this one's scared. But anytime you introduce new chickens, you know, chickens are scared, right? All the time. So I'm going to have to coach them to go outside to get food and water. All right. I hope this little guy ain't sick over here. Let's see. Are you scared? Huh? Are you scared? Won't you go with your friends? Come on, let's go. There they go. They're going outside. I'm going to kind of coach them. Come on, baby. Come on. I got you. Shh. Go out there. It's nice outside. Y'all should go outside. Okay. There we go. There's one. Go on. Go on. Go on. There we go. Two. Last one. I got to coach it to go outside. Go outside with your friends. Come on. Come on. Come on. She's like, I ain't going outside. Come here, baby girl. Come here. I'm your mommy. I'm not going to hurt you. All right, there you go. Oh, they all went outside. Y'all look at this. This is the baby peacock. And Mom and Dad are noticing it. Isn't it crazy how they notice their kind? So I'm wondering if she remembers that peahen. I think it's a peahen. I'm not sure. I wonder what they're going to do. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Mom and baby have reunited. So maybe the mom will take over and start raising this baby. I want to say they're 2 months old. And normally they tell you not to put a pea chick on the ground for the first 6 months. Well, there's no way I can leave the pea chick by herself, and the other 3 pea chicks passed away, and she's all that's left. I just find that, look how the peacock has lost its train. It's molting. I find this so sweet. I don't know about y'all, but this is so sweet to me to see mom and baby reuniting. So stay tuned to see what happens. So I just want to watch them for a little bit and see what happens. Look at that. And see, she was raised with these chickens over here. Don't you find that like fascinating? I wonder if I should try to coach her out there with her mom and dad. Wow, I can make a video just in the, oh, look, look. She knows her mom. Wow. I find that so neat. I'm sorry, I just can't stop staring. I just find this so fascinating. It makes me feel guilty for taking the pea chicks away, but what was happening is the pea chicks were dying and I had to get them off the ground. So I took, well, 2 of them died, and then I took the last 2 and put them in the brooder. But she wasn't really caring about them. But maybe I'm wrong. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and get the peahen out here with them. Or the pea chick, I guess I should say. Well, she went back over there with her friends. I wonder if Mom's going to go in there. Oh, I find this so cool. Let's see, I'm gonna try to coach Mom in there. I'm gonna walk behind them. Look, the baby's running to Mama. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, I don't know why I'm whispering. Look, oh, they've reunited. Oh my goodness. You think the baby will start going to Mom? Oh my gosh. There is no love like a mom's love, right? And Dad, this is how Dad should be. If you're a dad right now, you should be watching this and watching the dad support Mom reuniting with her baby. He's just standing there. Okay, so the peahen went over here. See it? Right there. Oh my goodness. I ran the dad off. Sorry, Daddy. Wow, that's so cool. Okay, let's see. See if she walks over there to Mama. Look, she is. She's walking to her Mama. Let's see. Okay, do y'all think they know who each other are? Oh, she's pecked her neck. Oh no, she's beating her up. Don't hurt your baby. Birds are mean. I'm so fascinated by this. Look, she's showing her where her food is. You see how she's... Is she gonna hurt her? Surely not. Maybe she's telling her to get her butt in line. Look, she's pecking those other chickens. But see how she's pecking the ground? And then you see the baby pecking the ground? See? It's like she's showing her where the food is. That's what birds do. And see, she's pecking. I don't know why. Let's see. Let me go a little closer. Oh, hopefully she's not going to hurt her. Surely not. But she's... Well, one thing that might be happening, I'll tell y'all this, is anytime there's new birds introduced to a flock, which all these are the grow outs that I just brought to the coop yesterday. So the birds have to kind of get to know each other and show who's boss. So she might be showing, you know, dominance because they're new birds. So she might just be curious. Maybe she doesn't know her baby, but she's just being curious that, hey, there's new kids on the block. So, I mean, that could possibly be happening. I'll keep you updated. Y'all know how fascinated I am with feathers. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. Normally they're blue, but every now and then I get a green feather. The green on the peacocks are located more at the upper part of the back. And I love this feather. See, I found another feather. See how this one's blue? But let me put them side by side. You see how I love having peacocks. So pretty. The turkey is, See how they pick on them when they first, it is an adjustment period. If you don't have chickens and stuff, you probably don't know this, but it is an adjustment period when there's new animals. So they just have to like show their dominance. Usually it doesn't last very long. See, this turkey's wanting to come get that peahen. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this and let these guys have a little bit of time to get to know their surroundings. You see these big birds. Those are the big birds that I just introduced to. So I think what I'll do is keep them safe, and I'll just lock them in here for a little bit until the other animals see that they belong here and they're not a threat. I hear a woodpecker. Let's see. Where is it at? It sounded like it was on my neighbor's house. Oh no. It stopped, so I must have disturbed it, so I can't find where the woodpecker is. I don't know. I don't see it anywhere. That can cause some damage. Isn't he so pretty? This is a silkie, which is a bantam chicken. A bantam chicken is a little chicken. I just love him. Is he about to poop? He flared his butt and I thought he was about to poop. I just love him. It's been a couple of hours since I last viewed the peahen checking out the pea chick, and look, she's still curious. But I'm not gonna let them get around each other because she was picking on her. So I don't know if I should or not. I can't decide what to do. The turkey was beating up the pea chick, so I don't want that to happen. But isn't it cool how she's just curious? Now that I've done my farm chores, my dad was asleep when I came out here. So I'm gonna head back towards the house because my farrier said she's gonna be 30 minutes late. So I'm gonna head back to the house and check on him. All right, you see these stylish boots? Dry code. They sent them to me to try out, and y'all, they're so comfortable, and I don't think they realized that purple was my favorite color, but they're super comfortable and I absolutely love them. Well, he must be okay because he's out here with his sweatshirt on, freezing to death, and he's got his phone. How you feeling?
I feel good, but I'm just so tired and I'll get out.
You're tired as all get out? Well, why don't you go lay down?
I'm going to sit out here a few minutes.
What you looking on your phone for? What do you see on your phone?
I was looking at corn pickers.
Corn pickers? What is a corn picker?
Thing you pull with a tractor and pick corn.
Are you going to be planting corn?
I hope not.
When you have a problem, who are you going to call? You're going to call Ghostbusters. Oh, should I say Goatbusters? Okay, let me tell you what my goats are doing. Mm-hmm. The last time you were here, remember I told you they had bloat?
Yes.
But then the morning, it was gone. So you told me you thought it was fresh hay. And I Googled it, and it does say fresh hay. Mm-hmm. But it's not stopping, and I know the hay's not stopping.
Yeah.
But I looked it up, and it talked about, I've never heard of this. It's called hay bloat.
Yeah.
Is that like bloat?
It is. It just happens whenever, like, they eat really too much fresh hay or anything that they're not super used to eating all the time, which they are used to eating hay all the time, but it
is freshly cut because I just bought it. Mm-hmm. Okay, but it's not dangerous.
No.
Like, my guts are not going to die.
No, they're not going to die. It's a lot different than if it was grain bloat or if they were eating way too much grain. Then
well, should I slap back on some grain?
I would, just for the season now, since they're eating plenty of hay. It's not super cold, so their bodies aren't going, their bodies aren't working overtime to keep themselves warm. They're not pregnant or anything right now that you know of, which they might be.
Well, I know some are in heat right now because he's going ballistic.
Oh yeah, and it's the time of season right now. It's like perfect, like prime time for breeding.
They're like it's frisky, cool outside. So, okay,
so we're feeling good.
Last week, my vet came and he did conference or whatever for the extension office. I was so embarrassed because he asked me to get Ruger, and Ruger's stomach was like this big. So
bigger than he is.
Oh, it was horrible. They were like, "Is she pregnant?" Oh no, it's a he. But I was so embarrassed because I felt like, does everybody think that they have bloat and I'm not taking care of my goats? Like, I was worried about it.
Yeah.
But so you don't think they're in danger?
No, they're not in danger by any means. If anything, it's really probably better that they look like that. It's better that they look a little bit fat than than being too skinny, if that makes sense.
And he did, I don't know what's that called?
The
Famacha. He checked Ruger's and he said, Judy, you need to worm him. And we had wormed him a couple of weeks ago, but I was telling my subscribers that it's important to, 10 days after you worm again. So it's time to worm again. And I could get him by myself, but I can't get these the big ones by myself. So this is why it's so important to have a good relationship with your farrier. Because your farrier that lives down the street from you kind of becomes your BFF because you can't live without her. So have a
goat mentor just in general, or a livestock mentor just to help you navigate the different things that happen with chickens, goats, ducks, cows, horses, just any of the above, because vets aren't always able to answer all the questions all the time because they're super, super busy.
Right.
And sometimes it's just good to have a second opinion, somebody who doesn't look at your animals all the time and is able to tell you, like, hey, I think you might need to change this up a little bit or might need to try something different. So it just helps. Second opinions help.
Check her out. If you're local in Coleman area, tell me your business. I can't even remember the name of it.
Goat Hill Trimming Service.
Goat Hill Trimming Service. I'll put her link in the comments. Okay, so Ruger's bloat is down. But I come in here and he's got not really loose stool, but
it's like
softer.
I've heard a lot of people refer to it as like dog poop stool.
So you said do a stool. So like, would I take the stool to? I'm sorry, Bobby Joe. It's not. Please forgive Bobby Joe. This is supposed to be PG-13, and it's becoming a rated R video. So please forgive him. Oh Lord, look at him.
It's that time of year. They're just. Bugs are bugs.
Okay, so would I should have scooped that poop and take it to the vet? Is that what I do?
I would wait till you get a fresh sample from him, just so one, it's for sure from him, and two, it's just fresher, so they'll be able to get a better fecal reading on it. But I would definitely get a fecal sample done, just so you know what you're working with, because if his fecal sample's clean, then it might just be like an imbalance in his gut. You might just need to give him a couple, doses of probiotics, and he'd be good to go.
Okay. All right, let's do the man from Hades first, because he is, come on, he's got pee on his head. Okay, you said 1 cc for every 33 pounds.
Yes.
So
let's say, I don't have my measuring tape with me, so we're winging this just a little
bit. I know that in the past, Dr. Harney said it's better to overdose them than underdose.
Yes, for sure.
So do you think I should give them how much? There is 3 cc's in here, so let me just, I know, so let me just go ahead and give him this 3. Okay, I remember, this is what's great about having a farrier that knows what she's doing. You told me they can choke on the right side, right? Mm-hmm. So when I put this in, I'm going to go to the left.
Yes, you're going to give it on his left side, right over here. Come on, buddy.
Get over here, Bobby Joe. Oh, you bub. Maybe we should
have brought the stand.
God, he stinks. All right, we'll just.
That's all right.
They don't have to be in the video. Get over here, Bobby Joe. You gonna go to the principal?
He's like, I'm in the principal's office right now.
Hey. All right. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 1 down, 3 to go. Yes,
Okay. You're the sweetest. Yes, you
she
are.
is. All right, that was 3.
Good girl.
Probably should have gloves on.
That's what showers are for.
You just get to the point where you're like, I don't care. Quit Bobby Joe. You see how much easier it is for the girls versus Bobby Joe?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Joe's a nightmare.
Ever.
And okay, so I'm assuming probably 6.
Yeah, I'd give her 6.
She's
I'm
much
sorry, sister.
older. Why can't the boys be like the girls?
Say we're just awesome like that. Yes, we are. One more, it's okay.
Oh, she's gripping that.
She's like, absolutely
She's like,
not.
nope.
Oh goodness.
Oh.
It's gonna be due soon.
No, she just had a baby.
Oh, did she?
Her baby just left.
That's right.
That's why she's bagged up.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't. Now, let me ask you this. So with ivermectin, can you milk them or no? Can you drink their milk?
There is a withdrawal period.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember
Okay.
right off what the exact withdrawal period is.
Because I know there is like with eggs too, with
Yes.
chickens.
Easy girl. Good girl.
So you think I should do 6?
Yeah, just to be on the safe side. Because we don't know their exact weights, so it's better to overdose than it is to underdose.
Okay.
Girl.
All right. Okay, it is 6 o'clock at night, and I came out here, and the peahen is like pecking the baby. Watch. The baby wants to be with the peahen. Let's see. Well, she was pecking her, but it looks like the pea chick is so happy to be here. Like to be back with her mama. It's so sweet. It is roughly 7 o'clock at night, and they're together. And the chickens that she was with are right here. So here she comes over here. But she's been with mama this whole time. Isn't it cute? Today I went, and it's kind of dark out here, but this is where kids can get their picture made in front of Snead's farmhouse. And I just thought it was precious.